Welcome into Remodeling the Lowcountry. I am here with Dalton with HHI Builders. So nice to see you.
Awesome. Love being here.
This is a cool space, isn't it? Well,
you know, great.
You've been working on this space.
Yeah.
We're talking, of course, perfect timing about outdoor spaces, backyards, pools, all things that we get to enjoy here in the Lowcountry all summer long. And we're going to get into some of the nuts and bolts about just how this all comes together. So talk to me a little bit about designing the space around how you can actually use it, because this sure didn't look like this before.
No, not at all. This was a blank space. Dan, the owner of this place, bought this place. He lived in Houston and he's coming down here. This is going to be his permanent residence. So big deal. And we really pride ourselves on taking a project like that and saying, we really need to nail this.
Yes.
So the starting point of kind of where we begin is we get a survey, we see what we can do with the space, and then you take in his considerations. So he really wanted the workshop, which we were able to build. He needed a space for his grills. He wanted it covered. And then he obviously wanted a beautiful pool, which he got. So kind of start from a bare bones overhead look at this lot layout and say, this is what we can do, and if we put this here and we put this here, we can fit all your needs together.
Well, and that's pretty impressive too, because you really did nail it. And I think it is tricky to me because it's really a rectangle that you're working with, and you wound up with a pool, a beautiful patio, a very cool space for him to work in, and then you still have the overhead and the grill. And I mean, you really incorporated it all in such a beautiful way. You would never know this wasn't here when you bought the home. It just works so nicely. How do you figure that out? Because when you're looking at the backyard and it's just sort of a blank slate, the layout, how do you know how to lay it out, or what considerations do you have to make to get it all to fit and flow?
So the big thing is having the right people around you.
Yeah.
So you've met a lot of my design team. You've met my designer. We have an architect. We have a 6-man design team. So we use everyone's talents to kind of come up with the layout, as well as the pool company. So A1, they're really the pool experts. One thing we don't do is pretend that we know everything or we have the answers to everything. So we kind of rely on their expertise, and we'll shoot back ideas back and forth for projects. As well as, one of the big things is we're looking out for the homeowner. So this project's a little different because the garage is right in front of this. So the tie-in is super easy, and walked back here and looked at it and was like, home run. No crazy roof lines and stuff. But what you get into with a lot of these projects is someone might have an idea to put their addition in a space that doesn't work, or you have too many competing roof lines. Okay. And then we like to bring them in and say, we've looked at several options. This is your most expensive option just because of the framing requirements. Whereas on the side of your house, you might have a space that's really set and makes more sense. And then from there, we can build out layout based on our setbacks. And for example, this property doesn't have a straight setback line.
Okay.
So you wouldn't know that sitting here, but it's an angled setback.
Okay.
So when we
straight
build,
now that it's all in.
Yeah. So when we build this, we had to take in consideration that we're staying behind the setback line.
Makes sense. And it's interesting what you're saying about, different options and budget. So if somebody's wanting a certain layout, it's not always that it can't be done, or it just might cost more this way versus, so you come in with options and are able to say, okay, if we do it this way, it's going to cost this much. If you want to do it a little bit more economically, we can do it another way. So it's not, sometimes there's more than one way to have something done, and in this case, you fit a lot in. So it's interesting to hear that. And then when do you start talking about bringing in these other experts, like you mentioned with the pool company? I think it's so smart the way you all navigate that, and you have so many great contacts. What part of the process is that?
So this one was a little bit different because when we started this, the pool wasn't the focal point.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of a collaboration between Dan and kind of asking, who do you guys trust for? He ended up using a landscaper we trusted. He ended up using a pool company we trust. So just having the contacts and saying, we know if we give this project to A1, for instance, like it's going to be a home run. They're going to take care of the customer. It's not going to hurt us in any way, because we know that our value will be there, and then he'll get the value on the secondary through them. So.
And how important, I mean, that's just, I think, so great for people, especially in this case, coming from out of town, trying to get their forever home, but they don't know who really to contact, who to trust, and who's out there. So that's where you come in and help them navigate all of that. Lots to talk about. What a great setting. Thank you so much. We've got a lot more of the show after the break, so stick with us for more Remodeling the Lowcountry. We'll be right back.